Broskies! I'm Fiona Renee, and this is your Week in Fandom for October 14th, 2016. Lara Croft turned 20 this week, and it looked good on her. From pixelated pinup to modern-day model of female badassery, Lady Laura's been raiding the tombs of our hearts for longer than some of you have been alive. Now to celebrate, Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix released the 20-year celebration edition of Rise of the Tomb Raider for PS4, with all the existing DLC, plus new story content, co-op, and PlayStation VR support for the gritty reboot that redefined the franchise as a hardcore survival simulator. So here's to 20 more years. Keep on spelunkin', pumpkin. Now, while we're talking about tough-ass chicks, Supergirl's back on her new network, sharing airtime with Super Friends Flash, Arrow, and the wacky Legends of Tomorrow. Now, she also brought her cousin Cal.
We have given our lives protecting the people of Earth.
Now, Kara's already met the CW's Flash, and showrunner Greg Berlanti says she's got a part to play in the upcoming Arrowverse triple crossover, but there's no telling whether the Kryptonian cousins will stick around for good. You never know. CW's no stranger to the multiverse. Crisis on Infinite Earths, anybody? Now that was the start of a good week for DC that also included the season premiere of the grumpy time-hopping Legends of Tomorrow, new episodes of Gotham with the best bromance ever between Penguin and Eddie Nigma, Flash and Arrow, and have you seen the Justice League set footage that's floating around? They made Aquaman look badass. Aquaman, who talks to fish. We also got a sweet first look at Amber Heard as Mara, Aquaman's main squeeze. It's almost like the producers are saying, okay, we heard you, it's fun. Good for you, DC. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, mobilized a rebellious third and final trailer with some new story details, including a look at Mads Mikkelsen's role, Galen Erso, not to mention a few more over-the-shouldery shots of Angry Annie himself, Lord Vader. Still feels like a long time to go for this galaxy far, far away, but I know I'll be signing up for the Rebellion when it releases this December. Hey, oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, we're over, there you are. Oh, hey, we're here. No, oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, whether you have the stomach for it or not, the virtual reality revolution is upon us. Almost 6 months after the release of the HTC Vive and Oculus Rift VR headsets, Sony just put out the first home console VR experience with PlayStation VR. At the comparatively low price of $399.99, Sony's out to get a jumpstart on the home VR experience that was previously limited to die-hard hobbyists and early adopters with the PC chutzpah to stay on top of the game. Now, VR's got a long way to go, and development for the platform is still in something of a Wild West phase, but the slew of games available at launch should help those looking to dive into gaming's next big phase pick the reality of their choice. Now, options range from introductory puzzles and point-and-click adventures all the way up to competitive shooters and AAA titles, including new VR support for existing games like Tomb Raider and Resident Evil. Now, Sony's banking on VR, but it remains to be seen whether gamers will too. So are you picking up a PlayStation VR? Let us know at GetFandom, #WeekInFandom. This week saw the rollout of Microsoft's update to its other flagship shooter, the gruff and grisly Gears of War 4. Now, franchise hero Marcus Phoenix returns to shepherd a new cast of cogs through another high-octane bullet storm that should feel familiar to the franchise fans in all the right ways. Now let's hunker down and roadie run over to the weekend in fandom. Are you hankering for some more Call of Duty? Well, doesn't matter because it's coming anyway, with the Infinite Warfare beta starting today. It's Call of Duty in space. Plus, Jon Snow's the bad guy. I mean, come on. Speaking of space, Max Steel hits theaters today, featuring a boy and his toy joining forces to fight evil. Or something. It's based on a popular line of toys, so what could go wrong? And lastly, for the mathletes, there's Ben Affleck's The Accountant, where Ben plays a book-cooking savant for the world's most unsavory clients. The Accountant. Is that the title, or is that who told Affleck to do the movie? Kidding! Now, that's your Week in Fandom. As always, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter @GetFandom. I'm Fiona Renee. Bye!